Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping straight into some really important research, mostly highlighted by Blood Test UK. We're looking at something that affects a huge number of people across the country. What happens when you react badly to gluten, but you don't actually have coeliac disease?
Right.
Our mission today is to, give you a really clear, quick guide to understanding non-coeliac gluten sensitivity, or GS. It's key information for anyone in the UK who feels off after a sandwich or a bowl of pasta.
And if we boil down to basics, really simple terms.
Yeah, please do.
Gluten sensitivity just means your body really objects to gluten. It makes you feel pretty miserable. But, and this is the crucial part, it's not the same as the serious long-term autoimmune disorder we call coeliac disease.
And knowing that difference is the first major benefit. Right. It's the first step to feeling better.
Exactly. It's how you get back in control of your health.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little. What are the key signs? The sources we looked at flagged some really common symptoms for UK residents.
They did. We're talking about things like uncomfortable bloating, feeling tired all the time.
That pervasive fatigue, yeah. I saw that mentioned a lot.
And also abdominal pain, headaches, and that really frustrating brain fog people describe.
And this is where it gets really interesting for people here. How many of us in Britain are actually dealing with this?
Yeah.
The data from Blood Test UK suggests it could be around 6 to 10% of the population.
Which is a huge number when you think about it. And it's so relevant here because, well, the typical British diet is pretty heavy on gluten, isn't it? Bread, baked goods, pies.
Absolutely.
So recognizing that early digestive discomfort is it's a critical first step towards a better quality of life.
Okay, so let's zoom in on that critical difference. Why is it so vital to know if it's GS or coeliac disease, if the symptoms can feel so similar?
That's the million-dollar question, really. Coeliac disease is a specific autoimmune condition. Your immune system literally attacks and damages the lining of your small intestine.
Right, serious damage.
Very serious. With GS, however, it's different. It seems to be more of a general irritation or inflammation, and it does not cause that long-term intestinal damage.
And that changes everything.
It changes the entire treatment plan. It's a vital distinction.
So what does that mean for getting tested? What's the process?
Well, specialists here in the UK often start with something simple, like a detailed symptom diary. But to confirm GS, they first have to be absolutely sure it's not coeliac disease.
Which is where testing comes in.
Exactly. And as the information from Blood Test UK notes, clinics use serological tests, that's just a specific type of blood test, to check for those autoimmune markers.
And the benefit of finding out early.
It prevents so many problems. You avoid unnecessary anxiety, but you also make sure you're not letting a more serious underlying condition get worse. It's all about clarity.
So if someone does get a GS diagnosis, what's the best advice from UK experts? How do you manage it?
It really centers on adopting a gluten-free diet, a GFD. But the great thing is, the NHS guidelines really focus on what you can eat.
Not just what you have to cut out.
Precisely. Lots of naturally gluten-free foods. Fruits, vegetables, and other grains like quinoa, rice, and millet.
And people don't have to navigate that transition on their own, do they? That support system is a massive benefit.
Oh, absolutely. When you look at the bigger picture, you've got the NHS, local support groups, and charities like Coeliac UK offering incredible resources.
So it helps people feel less isolated.
Completely. It feels less overwhelming, more empowering.
And I imagine practical things like meal planning or learning how to dine out safely in the UK also reduce a lot of that daily stress.
A huge amount of stress and anxiety, yes.
So I think the core takeaway here is pretty straightforward. You can absolutely have these frustrating, disruptive reactions to gluten without it being coeliac disease. And the UK has resources like the screening info mentioned on the Blood Test UK website to help you figure out that healthier path forward for yourself.
It does, and that raises a really important question for you to think about. Since the British diet, especially with processed foods, can increase our gluten exposure, how might small changes in your family's cooking habits, using more of those whole, naturally gluten-free foods, help everyone build better resilience against these sensitivities in the long run? Just something to consider.